Ready to meet leather, and we are underway here on EA Sports. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
To Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
I'm going to run you over. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming to you. Coming to you.
From the gun is Eason. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Carried by the wide receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Eason sets to throw it. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and goal.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Eason to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down.
They go play action now. Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. There he goes, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 59 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Titans 7. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Colts 14, Titans 7.
2nd and 11 now. And now Jackson will look to throw it. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 52 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Eason toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, and it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Adoree Jackson deep for Tennessee. On the return, Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, it's Taylor. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Eason. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Eason. He's got Burton here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor already already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Colts 21, Titans 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Maher is set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Here we go. Hey, smash. Motion. Hey, Check motion man.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's go. 19.
On the counter, it's Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
the 44-yard line.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is all the way up past the 25. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They run with Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing on third and long. Eason, he's going to loft one, deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Brett Maher is set to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam,
From the gun, Jackson. And got his man complete. 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 66 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, second and goal. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
It's fourth and goal at the 1-yard line.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
For the extra point.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Jonathan Taylor.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, tight. Watch back.
They run once more with Taylor. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
3rd and 10.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. So we got man.
From the gun, Eason. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former boss Boston College Eagle. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Tennessee.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Henry, the Titans.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the 27, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
28, Titans 25.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing is Eason.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Throwing now is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually. Recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Today's final
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week.